Good morning, Vanakkam, good evening, sorry, good evening, all of you. Good morning for American people. Yeah, no, it is a morning there. Satyu, continuous 7 months. We are continuing this Gyan Yajna, exposure of the knowledge and truth. And there is a huge response from new generation specifically. When the God has created this earth, first created the nature, vegetation, and then the vegetarian animal, including human being, and to control the population growth of the vegetarian animal, God has sent non-vegetarian animal. 65 lakh, sorry, 84 lakh living beings are existed, identified, unidentified, visible, invisible. Science does not know. We don't know, but exist. And through this 84 living being species, the God has given specific role to every species, every living being, including microorganisms also. To create the nature, to sustain the natural resources, and to diversify the living beings species, God has constituted some laws. So that every living being will behave with each other as a symbiotic nature, as a symbiosis. No struggle, no struggle. I have clarified last time that the humus is the fertility and productivity of the soil. Humus is the food stock of the roots of every plant. And that humus is created by variable, visible, invisible, known, unknown species of the microorganisms. And every microorganism is having the specific role in the creation of the humus. Identified, unidentified, known, unknown, visible, invisible. And all these species of the microorganisms which are involved in the creation of the humus and all the soil microflora activities. Entire species of these microorganisms are created in the intestine of the local cow. For that purpose, the God has sent the local cow on the earth. Only for that purpose. Local cow, 100% vegetarian animal created by the God, a fantastic development, design of the God, the local cow. Bos indicus, belong to Jebu family. And as a vegetarian, the local cow will eat only leaves, pods, fruits of the bushes, not of the trees. And it will survive. And the intestine of the local cow is a marvelous, extraordinary biochemical reactor, intestine of the local cow. And all these microorganisms sent by the God for the creation of the humus, visible, invisible, identified, unidentified, are created in the intestine of the local cow. So that all these microorganisms will come in the dung of the local cow, and while grazing in the grazing land or forest, the local cow will cast its casting on the earth, on the soil. Entire species, visible, invisible, identified, unidentified, known, unknown, of the microorganisms will enter in the soil through the dung of the local cow. It will spread out and they will start their activities. The creation of the humus. Creation of the humus. That means God has given the order that I have sent the local cow, Bos indicus, so that entire useful, beneficial microorganisms will be created in its intestine, and by means of the local cow dung, after casting, it will spread out in the soil. Soil will become alive. All the microorganisms will start the humus creation, and soil will become fertile, productive. This is the order of the God. That too, if you want to use entire dung. Use entire dung, not you have to use entire species which are existing in the dung of the local cow. Because the God says, I have given the important role, every living being, every microorganism in the creation of the universe. The God says in all holy granthas, believe me and follow me. Believe means nature is the God. Nature is the God. Believe the nature. And nature is utilizing entire cow dung. entire species of the microorganism in the soil. That means God is ordering you. You use entire dung, entire species of the microorganism. Don't use specific 4 or 5 species which are more fastly decompose the matter, as like waste decomposer, EM solution, go amrutam. That means it is the order of the bird. Don't utilize specific species of the microorganisms. What these people have done, organic farming research center near New Delhi develop waste decomposer. EM solution, specific species of the microorganisms. Go amrutam, specific species, and which are known about fast decomposition. Waste decomposer, waste mane agriculture waste, decomposer mane will decompose. And when you utilize this waste decomposer, go amrutam, EM solution, and all other cultures developed by agriculture universities and companies, these speedily decomposed bacteria enter in the soil. They decompose speedily all the residues of the crop, speedily. And when they decompose the residues, waste of the agriculture, ultimately, 46 to 48% carbon existed in the residues. Entire carbon is released, it is coming in the air, and it is oxidized with the oxygen in the atmosphere by oxidation process, and carbon dioxide is released. It comes in the atmosphere, it remains 120 years, it is not destroyed, and carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, Simultaneously nitrous oxide is emitted, and methane is emitted. And global warming is increased because it are the greenhouse gases. For decomposing bacteria, what you are doing, either you want to reduce the global warming or want to increase the global warming. What do you want? It is a big challenge. Global warming, climate change is a big challenge. What are the hazardous impact of the global warming on living beings and crops and entire ecosystem. You know. Waste decomposer, go amrutam, EM solution, and all the cultures, very hazardous. When you utilize this waste decomposer, go amrutam, EM solution, and all other cultures, the bacteria decompose. Proteinous part, nitrogenous part of the residues, and ammonia is created. When you utilize waste decomposer, go amrutam, EM solution, all the cultures, by decomposition, fast, ammonia is created. And that ammonia is converted into nitrite by Nitrosomonas bacteria and Nitrococcus bacteria. Nitrites. Again, third stage, these nitrites are converted into nitrate by denitrifying bacteria. Nitrobacter, by nitrobacter. And so many species of the nitrobacter. And last stage, these nitrates are converted into free nitrogen by denitrifying bacteria. Free nitrogen coming in the atmosphere. It is oxidized with oxygen in the atmosphere. By the oxidation process, nitrous oxide is created and emitted in the atmosphere. It is a greenhouse gas responsible for global warming and climate change. What you are doing? What you are doing? When this EM solution with decomposer, go amrutam, all the cultures you utilize in the pit, anaerobic bacteria activate. These anaerobic bacteria do not want oxygen for their survival. So they are called anaerobic bacteria. And these anaerobic bacteria start to spoil, decompose. Entire residues inside the hip, and methane is emitted. You know, methane is a greenhouse gas 20 times more hazardous than carbon dioxide. It remains 1,000 times more, and it remains 20 years in the atmosphere. It is a greenhouse gas which are responsible for global warming and climate change. The global challenge is to reduce the greenhouse gases emission. It is the great challenge, every country. And Copenhagen Summit, the government of India has given the legal commitment that India will reduce 23% carbon emission. If we want to fulfill this commitment, and we are serious to restrict the global warming and climate change, then it becomes our commitment to stop the Go Adharit Krishi based on cow dung manure, to stop chemical farming, to stop organic farming, and to stop also, and to stop the recommend also, to promote also waste decomposer, Go Amrutam, EM solution, and all other bacterial cultures. God has given the order to utilize all the species, identified, unidentified, visible, invisible, by means of the dung of the local cow. That is the order. And who are following this order, they are the spiritual, 100% spiritual. But those who are not following the God demand, God order, not following, they say, God, who is God? What is God? I don't know. And they are developing their own culture, parallel to cow dung manure, cow dung. They are taking the specific, highly decomposer bacterial species. They becoming culture, and they are selling or giving free as a waste decomposer, Go Amrutam, EM solution, and all other cultures. Whether this human habit, behavior is a spiritual, to challenge the God is a spirituality, in which Granthas it is written, Go Mata, local cow, mother cow, is giving the order that I am casting my dung. Use entire dung. Entire dung. Not following the order of the local mata, go mata, local cow mata, mother, no. They are taking specific bacterial species and developing go amrutam or any other cultures, base decomposer. How we can say they are the follower of mata, go mata, they are saver of the go mata, they are the lover of the go mata? How can say? Something is wrong with the interpretation of the Indian philosophy and Indian culture. Something wrong, I think that. I think entire Western countries are demanding two things from India. Entire global people demanding two things from India. Number one, spiritualism. Beautiful, fantastic spiritualism. Our philosophy, Indian philosophy, spiritual philosophy. And second, yoga. Second, yoga. These are the fantastic, marvelous gift given by the India to entire global people, entire world. But when you are behaving against the God, how global people will accept you? Will accept India? Will accept Indian philosophy? How global people will accept Indian spiritualism? No, no. They will say it is erect. They are not spiritual people. Nobody will listen. Nobody will listen. So it is very necessary to study and discuss about the scientific approach of the spirituality. Scientific approach. Which is science? That is spirituality. Spiritualism. Which is not science, it is not spiritualism. Not at all. Not at all. And which is existed in the nature, that is the science. Which is existed in the nature, that is the science. Because any scientist can discover those things, those unknown things, in the first time, history of India, history of the global people, history of the earth, first time, through the nature, and then he becomes scientist. Which is existed in the nature, that is science, because which are existed, that can be discovered, otherwise no. Those who are existed, which are existed in the nature, we can discover. If they are not here, how we can discover? Then which it existed in nature, that is the science. And chemical farming. Nature means dense forest. Nature is the God. Nature is the constitution of the God. And you go to the forest, you will see. In the nature, soil is utilizing entire dung of the local cow. Entire, not specific species. Not specific. So utilize entire dung is the science because it is existed in the nature. In the nature, under the huge tree with uncountable fruits, without human existence, you go and see. You will see. Only local cow dung is utilized by the soil, and no waste decomposer there. No waste decomposer. No go amrutam. No EM solution. No other bacterial culture. No, entire dung. Entire dung. Entire. That means if in the nature, the constitution of the God, these bacterial cultures are not existed. That means to develop and to utilize the bacterial culture is against the God, against the God. And it is not a science because it is not existed in the nature. It is not a science. It is a total false. No, no knowledge, no science, no spirituality. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, we are utilizing entire dung, not specific species of the bacteria, entire dung we are utilizing. As per the guideline of the God, as per the order of the God, we are following 100%. When we utilize local cow dung and urine, because in the dense forest, when the cows are grazing, automatically their dung and urine is casted on the soil, spread in the soil. That means it is natural. So when I utilize dung and urine entire, then it is natural. It is science because it is existing. I am utilizing sweet jaggery in the preparation of Jivamrutam. Maybe question you will be arise in mind that to utilize jaggery, how it is a natural, how it is spiritual, how it is science? Yes, it is science, 100%. Because I have clarified in my last session that 1 square feet leaf surface area manufacture 4.5 gram carbohydrate, sugar, raw sugar in one day. 25% sugar is secreted to the roots and fed to the microorganisms. Those microorganisms which convert non-available to available form the food, and they are feeding the food to the roots. That means root feed the sugar to the microorganisms. In exchange, microorganisms cook the food and supply to the roots. There is symbiosis. There is symbiosis. Yes. That means to feed, to utilize the raw sugar, jaggery, it is 100% science, natural, because it is existed in the nature. To multiply the bacterial count, to supply the energy, God is utilizing the carbohydrate sugar to feed the microorganisms. Then when I utilize the jaggery, sweet, in the Jivamrutam, it is 100% natural, it is 100% science because existed in the nature, existing. Then question will be arise, the pulses flow. Why? Whether it is natural? It is science. You are utilizing Jivamrutam. Yes, it is 100% science. 100% science. God has created 75% dicot, 25% monocot. Why? Because dicot plants, seeds, residues are having maximum proteins. In the protein, maximum energy, positive energy, not negative. In the fat, there is energy, but negative energy. In the carbohydrate, energy, but negative energy, because it creates the obesity and also diabetes. Because sugar level in the blood is increased. But in the proteins, positive energy. We want positive energy, we do not want the negative energy. And when the residues of the dicot plants, 3/4 of the entire vegetation fallen down, decomposed, and that energy is released and given to the microorganisms. Fantastically. It is existed in the nature. And when I utilize the pulses flow, it is 100% nature because it is natural. It is existing in nature. It is 100% science. I studied 3 years the forest, entire forest, entire nature. 3 years I studied well, going in the tribal people. I have studied well. So Subhash Palekar natural farming, which is Jivamrutam, Ghanajivamrutam, 100% and Bijamrutam, 100% science, 100% natural, 100% spiritual, 100%. Nobody can challenge. Nobody can challenge. And that Ghanajivamrutam, Jivamrutam, Bijamrutam, how to utilize, we have explained last time. We have explained in detail. Now in entire India, Rabi season sowing will be started. And Rabi, Bengal gram, pea, groundnut, beans, and safflower, linseed, and Rabi sorghum, jowar, Rabi bajra, pearl millet. All these Rabi crops are sown. Also, so sunflower, and also all other Rabi crops. Then question will be arise in the mind that what is the technology under Subhash Palekar natural farming for Rabi crops? Because now this is a month we are delayed because of the high rainfall, continuous rainfall. It is impact of the global warming, climate change. At 100% impact of the global warming, climate change. In July, August, September, and October, specifically July, August, September, we have not seen that higher intensity of the solar light, sunlight in the daytime. No, I never seen. And I have seen, you also seen that higher intensity of the solar light. Very high temperature in daytime, very high temperature. It is a miracle. It has not happened in the past. It is a new thing for us. And due to the high temperature, the global temperature is increased. I think that 2%, maybe 2%. Nobody is saying that 2%, but I think that. And due to this high temperature continuously going on, the water level, seawater, temperature of seawater is increased because of the high temperature. The air upon the seawater is also, it is heated, it becomes hot, and because of the air is become hot, the molecules are separated of the air, and due to the low density, the depression is created, low pressure area is created upon the sea level continuously. And due to the high temperature, the seawater is become hot, start to evaporate in huge quantity. The clouds are created, and clouds are going upon, and that clouds are saturated by raindrops. And when clouds start to come on Indian territory, and those dense clouds are giving continuous raining. continues. Because evaporation of the sea water is continued due to the high temperature. So continuous clouds, continuous cloudy weather, continuous rainfall, not seen in the past, not seen in the past. After Ganeshji festival, we are not seen this type of the weather, not at all. Clean weather, yes. And it will continue. It will continue. The timetable of monsoon is totally changed. Monsoon reached Himalaya 1 month later, delayed, and when returned 1 month late, entire kharif crops are spoiled. This year, what is happened? 90% chemically grown kharif crop are damaged, but Subhash Palekar natural farming crops are not damaged, so only 5-10%. 90% crop are saved. That is the miracle of the Jivamrita. So due to the global warming and climate change, we will not feel the winter as a winter. In the winter, we will feel the summer. In the winter, we will feel the rainy season. And in the summer, we will feel rainy season. Entire environment is changed. So high rainfall will continue. So I think that we have to delay our sowing of the Rabi crops so that our crops will be minimum damage. Now preparations are going on. Harvesting of the kharif crops are going on. Green gram, black gram already we have harvested. Soybean is going to harvest. Sesame also is going to harvest. And groundnuts also are going to harvest. So I will give the technology for Rabi crop. Please write down the technology. Please write down the technology. How to grow winter crops under Subhash Palekar natural farming. How to grow Rabi crops means winter crops under Subhash Palekar natural farming. Write down. We have to use only local seeds. We have to use only local seeds. Because in Subhash Palekar natural farming, local varieties are giving more production. Local varieties are giving more production than hybrid seeds then hybrid seeds, and also then genetically modified seeds, just like BT cotton. And models are existed. You can come and visit. Yeah, fantastic. A lot of difference between the local cotton, local seeds under Subhash Palekar natural farming and hybrid genetically modified seed under chemical farming. Lot of difference, double difference, double. No damage under Subhash Palekar natural farming. No insect, no disease, and minimum damage by natural calamities. And higher damage in chemical farming, highest damage by calamities and insect and disease. Basically, the God has created all the seeds. Basically, the God has created all the seeds with the ability to survive successfully in all natural calamities, and climate change, impact of the climate change. The God has given the beautiful gift to the local seeds. The God has given the beautiful gift to the local seed. That is internal mutation process. Internal mutation process. अंतर्गत internal mutation process. So that inside the seed or inside the plants of local seeds, so that inside the plants of the local seeds, the genes are changing their forms. The genes are changing their forms by internal mutation. The genes are changing their forms, their constitution by internal mutation, so that they can get the topmost capacity to fight against the natural calamities प्राकृतिक आपदाएं, natural calamities, and also to survive themselves from the hazardous impact of climate change, जलवायु परिवर्तन, climate change, and natural calamities to survive from this climate impact of the climate change and natural calamities like drought, cloud bursting, fire and fall, no rainfall, drought condition, no rainfall, hailstorm, hailstorm, ice, hot waves and cold waves, insect attack and disease attack, and also to save our body, plant body, and also to save the plant body from incoming cosmic radioactive radiations, just like ultraviolet rays. Why the God is creating this type of the capacity in the plant body? Why the God is creating this type of the capacity in the plant body or human body? Because the God wants to continue all biodiversities. Because the God wants to continue the all biodiversities of the living being and vegetation and strengthen the biodiversities. That is the main ob- that is the main object of the God. In thousands of the plants, in thousands of the plants, the specific few plants are following this system of the God. In the thousands of the plants which are existed on the soil, few specific plants become active. Some few specific plants become active and start to mutate themselves, start their internal mutation themselves. Few. And now their genotype is changed. To adjust with the new environment and new ecosystem. The God has given the God has given the potential highest capacity of the production. The God has given highest potential production capacity to every plant. So God has given the capacity to every plant to get highest potential productivity. But when the genes responsible for higher productivity, when the genes responsible for higher productivity are become recessive, slept. They are sleeping, not becoming active. Are becoming recessive, slept, but then they can't use this capacity. Then they can't use this capacity given by the God, highest productivity, highest productivity. But when these genes responsible for highest productivity, when these genes responsible for higher capacity, productivity, become dominant, active, become dominant, active, when these genes responsible for highest productivity become dominant, active, those plants are giving bumper production. Those trees, those plants are giving bumper production. Those specific plants are having this capacity. The God has given the capacity 120 quintal of the grain production per acre. The God has given potential capacity to produce 120 quintal per acre grain production. Grain production. Maybe wheat, maybe paddy, maybe jawar, sorghum, maybe pearl millet, bajra, maybe maize, maybe pulses also. Also, the God has given the highest capacity productivity of sugarcane 240 metric ton per acre. The God has given the highest productivity capacity in the sugarcane 240 metric ton per acre. And the fruits orchard 80 metric ton per acre. 80. And due to the chemical farming and organic farming, because organic farming is having the cadmium, arsenic, mercury, lead, which has had the poisonous heavy metals in organic farming. Even in Go-Adharit Kushi also, in the cow dung manure. So these genes are becoming recessive, slept. And that's why in the chemical farming, organic farming, we are not getting the production. That's why. But in Subhash Palekar natural farming, the genes are become dominant, active. And we see miracle. Uncountable fruits we'll see. Uncountable. Yeah. Highest production. Also, this highest production capacity is related, is interrelated. Also, this highest production capacity of the plants, crops, is interrelated with the carbon content in the soil, with the organic carbon content in the soil. When our soil will having 5% organic carbon, when our soil will having 5% organic carbon, five percent now 0.2%, 0.2%, very poor, very poor. And carbon nitrogen ratio 10 is to 1. And soil carbon nitrogen ratio will becomes 10 is to 1. And in 1 gram of the soil, in 1 gram of the soil, when we will get billions of the microorganisms, billions, not million, billions of the microorganisms, then we can achieve that target. Then we can achieve that target. Also, this highest production capacity is correlated. Also, this highest production capacity of the crop is correlated. Correlated. That was interrelated. It is correlated. With the highest conservation of the solar energy in the plant body. With the highest solar energy conservation in the plant body. When we conserve, when we conserve 160 crore kilocalorie, when we will conserve 160 crore, that means 1600 million kilocalorie of the energy in 1 acre plantation. Then we can achieve this target. And those specific plants, which themselves modified, which are themselves modified with internal mutation, they are having the capacity. They are having the capacity. So we have to find out, discover those plants, in the thousands of the plants. So we have to discover those specific plant through entire crop. Through entire crop. Because we don't know where they are existed, those plants have existed. And they don't know where you are. They can't walk, so we have to walk to them. They can't come to us, we have to go there. And we have to select those specific God-gifted plants. And we have to select those God-gifted specific plants. This method is called state selection method. This method is called state selection method. In cotton, pigeon pea, mustard, sesame, chili, brinjal, tomato, lady's finger, cluster beans, all beans, and also orchard fruit trees. All the fruit trees, entire. And also in orchard fruit trees, also in all pulses, green That means all dicot plants. And other plants, other trees. How to select God gifted plants or tree? How to select these God gifted specific plants or trees? Number one, purchase the red color thread bundle from the market. Purchase red color thread bundle from the market. And cut down 9-inch pieces. And cut down 9-inch long pieces of this red color thread, because red color is immediately visible. We can see from long distance also. So red color. Not a political red color. No. Then after flowering stage, write down after flowering stage, you keep the threads pieces in the pocket. You keep these threads pieces in the pocket of the cloth, and start to investigate the plants. Observe the plants. Twice a week in the crop, standing crop. And start to observe the plants minutely twice a week in the standing crop. Number two, those plants are trees. Those plants are fruit trees. Those plants are fruit trees are having round umbrella shape. Round umbrella shape, as like umbrella, chata, which are having round umbrella shape, just like umbrella, with dense canopy. Dense canopy having full green leaves. Dense canopy having full green leaves. Numerous branches and sub branches numerous branches and sub-branches, highest branches and sub-branches, and in between two branch, minimum space, not long. Internode space is very minimum. In between two branches, minimum space should be remain. Numerous fruits or pods on the plant and tree. Numerous fruits and pods on the plants or tree. Numerous, maximum. The clusters of the fruits on the branches, not alone, cluster of the fruits on the branches. Cluster, yeah, cluster. In between two fruits, minimum space. Short distance in between two fruits or two pods. Minimum distance, not long. And export quality fruit or pods. Export quality fruits and pods having great shining. Export quality fruits and pods, best size with great shining on the fruits or pods. No fruit fall, no fruit fall and pod fall, no. Minimum 1-2% natural fall, only 2%, 1-2%, not maximum. Very minimum, few. That is natural fall. And photosynthetic canopy. Photosynthetic canopy so that every leaf will get the sunlight. Photosynthetic canopy so that every leaf, top leaf, will get the sunlight. No insect attack, no disease attack, no viral infection, no insect attack, no disease attack, no viral infection, free from disease and attack. No damage, no damage, no damage. and in natural calamities, which survived miraculously. In natural calamities, those plants are survived miraculously. Bind the red thread to those selected plants and orchard trees. For tree, you have to cut down 2 feet thread, but for the plants, 9 inch enough. Bind down the red colored thread to selected plants, which are selected now, so that we can see those plants immediately. We can get available immediately. The plant will become visible from long distance also. Continue this selection process up to the maturation of fruit and pods. Continue this selection process up to the maturation of the plants and fruit trees. Maturation of the fruits and pods of the tree. Plant. Up to the maturation of the fruits and pods. Continue. Selection should be continued. Binding of the thread should be continued. When the fruits and pods will become matured on the fruit trees and plants, when the fruits and pods will become totally matured on the standing plant or trees, totally matured, start to picking of the cotton from those selected cotton plants. Start to pick up the cotton from those selected cotton plants which are having the red color thread. If there is raining, avoid those cotton because germination will be lower. Next picking. And keep it separately. Keep that cotton separately. We are going to select the specific plant in all type of the plants. Maybe local variety, maybe improved varieties, maybe hybrid varieties, maybe genetically modified BT cotton also. Yeah, maybe BT cotton also. We have to select. Because the God doesn't know. This is BT cotton, this is hybrid, and this is a plant. God doesn't know. God is giving everything to all nutrition to all. If you are doctor, you are not giving service to specific religious people. No. You are treating all the people which are belong to all religions, all philosophies. So we are far away this type of the specialization and fundamentalism. The selection should be done in every varieties. If it is possible to get available local, okay, local. If it is not possible to get available local, okay, improved. If it is not possible to get available improved, okay, hybrid. And it is not possible to get available hybrid, okay, genetically modified, BT. Yes, BT. But under Subhash Palekar natural farming, under Subhash Palekar natural, not in chemical and no, not in organic farming, under only Subhash Palekar natural. We will convert Valya into Valmiki. Yeah, we will convert Valya into Valmiki Rishi. No problem. Allow the chili fruits to mature and become red on the trees. Allow the chili fruits to become fully red and totally matured on the tree. On the tree. Let those red colored chilies to dry on the tree. Let them to dry on the tree. That will be the best quality seed. That will be the best quality seed. Total mature seed. Highest capacity you will get of germination and productivity. Let them to mature and dry on the plants. And after drying or after maturation, cut down the chilies of those selected red color thread plants and keep it, conserve it. Maybe vegetable oil, local varieties, maybe improved varieties, or other hybrid varieties. Okay, okay. We will continue our task in all varieties. All these varieties are similar for us. Yeah, all are similar for us. Under Subhash Palekar nature. We will not differentiate. This is a Hindu, this is a Muslim, this is a Christian. No. Human being is human being. We will treat all the human being will treat all the plants with same methodology. Same methodology. That is the methodology of the God, not of the Subhash Palekar. That is the methodology of the God. Allow the tomatoes to become matured and totally red color on the trees of the selected plants. Allow the fruits of the brinjal to become totally matured and yellowish on the tree. Allow the fruits of brinjal to become yellowish color, dark yellowish color, and totally matured on the fruits, on the tree. Selected plants, which are bound by the red threads. Allow the lady's finger fruits to mature and dry on the plant. Allow the lady's finger fruits to mature and to dry on the plants. Allow the pods of cluster beans and all other beans. Allow the pods of the cluster beans, pea and all other beans to dry on the plant. They should dry on the plant totally for seed purpose. Also, the pods of the pigeon pea, cowpea, and mustard. Pods of the pigeon pea, tuar, arar, cowpea, mustard, and all other peas should dry on the plants. Mature and dry on the plants after maturation. On the plants, we want full maturation. Allow the fruits of all fruit trees to mature totally on the trees. Don't cut down any immatured fruit, no. Totally matured. Allow them to dry, allow them to mature on the tree. All the fruit trees. Then, after matured and dried, cut down the fruits and pods of selected plants. After maturation and dried, cut down the matured dried fruits and plants from the plants and pods also separately, clockwise, from those selected plants which are bound by red threads. Cut down the red colored tomatoes from the plant, selected plants. Cut down the red colored tomatoes matured from those selected plants. Cut down the yellowish color matured fruits of the brinjal. Cut down dark yellowish colored matured fruits of the brinjal from the plant. Also cut down the red chilies, dried and matured red chilies, dried from the chili plants. Then cut down the tomatoes, red color tomatoes in 4 pieces. Then cut down the red color tomatoes in 4 pieces, vertical pieces, not horizontal, vertical. Then cut down yellowish color brinjal fruits in 4 pieces. Cut down the yellowish color matured fruits of the brinjal in the 4 species, 4 species. Then these pieces of the brinjal and tomato should be dried in the shadow nearest to sunlight. Then these pieces of the tomato and brinjal fruits should be dried, covering upon the khadi cotton cloth in the shadow nearest to sunlight. In the shadow nearest to sunlight, not in the full sunlight, near sunlight. Otherwise, ultraviolet rays will damage. In the shadow, nearest sunlight. If you want to conserve small quantity of the seed, if you want to conserve small quantity of the seed, you purchase small earthen pots. Small earthen pots. Kullat, small earthen pots. Earthen pot, small. If you want to conserve maximum seed, you purchase big earthen pot, medium size. For conservation of the seed. Don't utilize plastic bags. Don't utilize plastic pots. No, not at all. Only earthen pots. Indian made, not China made. Indian made, national made, not China made. Yeah. Then dry this pot in the sunlight, full sunlight. Fully. Let them to cool in overnight. Let them to cool in overnight. Full night. Next day morning, you coat the ash of the local cow dung, dried cow dung cake. Take the local cow dung cake, local cow dung dried cake, local cow dung dried cake, burn it. You will get ash. Burn the local cow dung dried cake. You will get white ash. And that ash is the best tooth powder. That ash is the best tooth powder. That ash is a best fungicide and antibacterial device, and also antiviral, topmost. Then cover the internal part of the pot, earthen pot, by this ash. Cover the internal part of the earthen pot by this ash so that the harmful funguses and bacteria will be killed. Then mix the pieces of the dried tomato and dried pieces of the brinjal in the ash. Mix it. So seed will become shaped. Also mix the dried chilies in the ash. Mix it. Then in one pot, you add the pieces of the chili, of the brinjal in one pot. Another pot, pieces of the tomato. In another pot, the dried chilies. In another pot, dried lady's finger fruits. In another pot, the beans pods. Variable seeds should be conserved in variable pots, earthen pots, not in single pot, variable pot. Add them in the pot. And then cover the mouth of the pot by 2-layer cotton cloth, not polyester, no, cotton cloth, specifically khadi cloth. Two-layer of the cloth. Bind the entire mouth of the pot by 2-layer of the cloth. Cotton cloth, not polyester. Only cotton cloth. And bind one thread in the neck of the pot so that we can hang inside the home. Bind one thread on the neck of the pot and hang it inside the home. Hang upon, so that children cannot reach there. They will cut down, they will see, and they will disturb. On the height, keep it hanging stage up to the swaying thread, Yeah. Cotton also should be kept inside the gunny bag, taken from the selected plants, which are bound by red threads. And the seeds should be separated on the wooden separator, not in the machine. wooden separator, hand operated separator, or otherwise by finger also. We have to remove the lint of the seed by finger. It is very easy. No problem. No problem. Or you can utilize scissors also. Cut down the threads. No problem. Don't delint the seed of the cotton. Don't delint the seed by treating the acid. No. It is very hazardous. It is very hazardous. As it is, we have to keep with the threads upon the surface. Then, in sugarcane, for seed plot, one eye stick of the seed of the sugarcane should be utilized. One eye. Not two eyes, not three eyes, only one eye. Matured. The eye should be swollen. Eye should be swollen. Alive. Treat the seed of the sugarcane in the bijamrutam and plant in the seed plot. Giving distance between two lines 8 feet, between two plants 8 feet. 8 by 8. 8 feet by 8 feet. Eight by 8. For 1 acre seed availability of sugarcane, we want only 1 guntha, 1000 minimum square feet area, 1089 square feet area, 1 guntha. Approximately 1000. It is enough. It is enough. 8 by 8 distance. One eye seed should be planted at the distance of 8 feet by 8 feet. Before that, we have to keep the 2 handful Ghanaju Amrutam, mix it soil, and then give the water, and then plant the seeds of the sugarcane. 8 by 8 distance in the small furrows. And giving water, utilize Jivamrutam with the water. And take the all intercrops, pulses and vegetables in between 2 plants also, in between 2 lines also. Continuous vegetables. From one seed, you will see, from one eye of the one eye seed, so many tillers will come up. 108 tillers will come up. From the one eye of the sugarcane, 108 tillers will come up continuously. But all are not converted into sugarcane. No. All are not converted into sugarcane plants. In Subhash Palekar natural farming, we get minimum 12 to 48 sugar canes from one eye. Sugar canes from one eye. 12 to 48 sugar canes from one eye. In Subhash Parekh Japan. A family is created from one eye. A big family is created. And that sugar cane seeds should be utilized for seed purpose. Highest solar energy harvested, highest plants in one family, best productivity. Now paddy wheat. Paddy wheat. How to select best plant from the paddy and wheat. It is very serious and difficult task, I know, but we have to do it. First year. After multiplication, no problem. Only sowing, bas. Sleeping. After flowering stage of the paddy or wheat, search out the best plants, search out best plants which are having so many tillers, maximum tillers. And every tiller should have the year. Every tiller should have the year, barley. The stem is stout. Stem should be stout and broad. That is the specific significance of the important characters. Stem should be broad and stout of the paddy or wheat. The leaves should be broad and long. Leaf index should be double. Leaves should be broad and full green. Every seed will be matured in the year. No vacant space. All the seeds should be matured and developed. Entire. No undeveloped seed should be there. No undeveloped. Best quality. No insect attack, no disease attack. No insect attack, no disease attack. Totally safe from the insect and diseases. That means immunity should be 100% developed in those plants. innate immunity given by the God, not acquired immunity, innate immunity. And bind a red color thread to those plants, selected, bind. And after maturation, cut down the ears. After totally maturation, cut down the ears of selected plants which are bound by red color thread. Dry those ears in the shadow nearest to sunlight. Dry those ears in the shadow nearest to sunlight, just near to sunlight. Amit, and conserve in the gunny bag. And hang that gunny bag to the roof. Don't remove the seed. As it is, we have to conserve those ears. Seed becomes safe in the eggs of the mother. Now, sorghum, jawar, pearl millet, bajra, maize, mekkejonna, and millets. Select after flowering stage, select those plants. After flowering stage, select those plants which are having the broad and firm stem, stout stem. That is most important character. And green leaves, maximum leaves, green leaves, having small distance, small space in between two leaves. No insect attack, no disease attack. No insect attack, no disease attack. No insect attack, no disease attack. 3. A bigger head with full grains, full seeds, no gap, no undeveloped seed, totally developed seed, maximum seeds on the head. maximum tillers coming through the nodes and from the roots, if they are to be selected. Yeah. No disease and no attack. Best quality plant. Bind the thread to the selected plants. Bind the threads to the selected plants. After maturation of the plants and heads, totally mature heads should be cut down. Of coarse millet, that means jawar, pearl millet, meaning bajra, maize, all millets. Finger millet, bajra millet, foxtail millet, little millet, brown top millet, all millets. Toso millet, kodo millet, ella millets. And dry it in the shadow nearest to sunlight. These heads should be dried in the shadow near the sunlight. Don't dry in the sunlight, straight sunlight. Ultraviolet rays will damage. If you want to dry in the sunlight, okay. Then cover a thin cotton cloth, and then after cooling, conserve in the gunny bag. Conserve in the gunny bag, keep inside the home, one upon the wooden plate. The gunny bag should not be come in the contact in the soil. Moisture will be attracted. Moisture will be soaked. So keep the gunny bags on the wooden plate. And when you want to utilize seed, then remove the seed at the time of the sowing. Yeah. This is the Spnf F2. This is Spnf F2. All the seeds. Seeds should be sown in the next year. Again, this type of selection should be continued up to 6 years. 6 years. After 6 years, you will get your local variety. 100% local variety. There will be no internal segregation later on. No. 100% fixed genotype, fixed genotype. No deviation, no internal segregation. Yeah. Then you give the name to that variety, any name, and register your variety that you have discovered the variety, you have developed the variety. Not necessary to develop the variety, new variety, to become as a MSc Agriculture, PhD. No, not at all. Illiterate farmer can do it. Illiterate farmer. This is one variety of the paddy HMT, very famous in central India. Very famous local variety, HMT. Very beautiful rice. Not developed by MSc, PhD, agriculture scientist, no. Developed by Dadaji Khobragade, illiterate, cannot write, cannot read, illiterate farmer from Vidarbha, Chandrapur district. So you can also develop any variety, this type of the method I have given, so that we can conserve our own seed. At any cost, we will not purchase any seed from the market. First priority should be given to local seed. First priority. If it will not become too possible to get available locus seed, then straight line seed. If it is not possible to get available straight line seed, then we have to give importance to the improved seed. If improved seed will not be available in the market to get available, then hybrid seed. And when all the seeds will not get available, last selection, that is genetic converted, BT cotton, genetic GM seed. Yes, last, but not in chemical buying. Under Subhash Palikar natural farming, we will neutralize all the hazardous effect of the BT cotton in Subhash Palikar natural farming. All. And this selection method will give the best variety, our own variety. Not given by Agriculture University, given by our own farmers. So, Sathiyo, we have the Senapatis. We have the Senapatis now. And these people are the champions. But they will liberate their lectures about their. Before that, we will continue this subject. The agriculture universities are claiming that hybrid seed, genetically modified seeds are high yielding varieties. And you also comment, yes, these are high yielding varieties. But it is totally wrong. Totally wrong. They are misguiding the farmers, agriculture universities, yes, and companies also. The reality is that none of the hybrid seed and genetically modified seed genetically is high yielding variety. That is the truth. The truth is that none of the hybrid variety and none of the genetically modified variety is originally high yielding variety. No. These claims are totally wrong. When I claim, it becomes my commitment to prove it scientifically. I have done the trials. I have verified. Yes, I have verified. What I have seen? What I have done? I have sown hybrid seed in 1 acre land, jawar seed, hybrid jawar, in 1 acre land. And never 1 acre, I have sown local variety of the jawar. Both plot, I have not utilized any dung, any manure, any fertilizer, no. No cow dung manure, no fertilizer, nothing. In the both plant, I have sown the seed and removed the weeds, and it become harvesting. After harvesting, what I have seen? Hybrid seed has given 5 quintal per acre and local seed has given 7 quintal per acre. Why? If the claims of the agriculture university is correct, that genetically hybrid seeds, genetically modified seeds are high yielding variety, then in absence of the chemical fertilizer manures also, hybrid variety and genetically modified seed variety should give maximum production than local seed, but not given less production than local seed. That means the claims of the agriculture university is totally wrong. They are misguiding the farmers and the governments. Another trial, I have done the second trial. In 1 acre, I have sown the hybrid seed of jawar. In another neighbor 1 acre, I have seen the local seed of the jawar. And I have utilized chemical fertilizer in the both plot. Both chemical fertilizer. I have sprayed insecticide. Everything I have done into the culture operations. And what I have got? When I applied chemical fertilizers and sprayed insecticide, then hybrid seed has given 15 quintal per acre production and local seeds has given 9 quintal per acre. That means chemical fertilizers, hybrid seeds has given more production than local seed. But when I have not utilized chemical fertilizer, hybrid seed has given lower production than local seed. That means this high yield is not the impact of the genetical factor of that seed. No, it is the impact of the chemical fertilizers. It is the effect of the chemical fertilizers. So basically, I will give an example. The water is not having specific taste, color, no. But when you mix the sugar in the water, water becomes sweet. This sweetness is not of the water. Sweetness is of the sugar. So when you do not apply the chemical fertilizer, hybrid seeds, injected genetically modified seed is not giving maximum production than local seed. But when you apply chemical fertilizer and insecticide, then hybrid and genetically modified seed are giving maximum production than local seed. That means this high yield is not impact of the genetical character of that seed. It is the impact of the chemical fertilizers. So these agricultural universities are misguiding, totally misguiding the farmers and also the people and governments that hybrid seeds and genetically modified seeds are holding. No, not at all. Not at all. You come and visit our cotton seed plot. We have sown 3 plots. In 1 plot, GM BT cotton under chemical farming. 1 acre plot, BT cotton seed under chemical farming. Second 1 acre plot, BT cotton seed under Subhash Palekar natural farming. And third plot, local cotton, local variety of cotton under Subhash Palekar natural farming. And you come and visit, you will see the miracle differences. Miracle differences. Today also. Chemically grown BT cotton destroyed by white flies, sucking pest, and American borer, and mealybug, viral infection and blight. Minimum 20-30 balls per plant, and pollen of the balls are continued. But in under Subhash Palekar natural farming, BT cotton crop, BT cotton under Subhash Palekar natural farming, F1, is too much better than chemically grown BT cotton. Too much better. No, your ball pollen, no ball fall, no disease attack, no insect attack. Best. Having 40-50 balls, best quality. But in third plot, Deshi cotton, or selected, or own, F2, F3, F4, F6, Ball population, 70 ball population, 70, 60 ball population. No insect, no disease attack. Best quality of the balls. And best economy. You can see, visit our model. The open models. I will give their address, phone numbers. Yes, they will come to you on this live workshop, and they will liberate their experiences what they have done. Yes. So we approved under Subhash Palekar natural farming. Local cotton seeds or local varieties of all crops are giving maximum production than chemically grown hybrid seeds or genetically modified seeds. We have proved it. We have proved it. And second most important thing is that certifying agencies are not giving the certification to genetically modified cotton. No. And also for hybrid cotton also. Certification agencies are giving certification only local cotton varieties. So, no hybrid variety, no genetically modified variety, only local varieties. First priority should be given the local variety. Second priority should be given to improved variety, state line varieties. Third priority should be given to improved varieties. If these three varieties are not available, then fourth priority should be given to hybrid varieties, but under Subhash Palekar natural farming, not in chemical farming. If all these four are not available, then last chance, in under Subhash Palekar natural farming, BT cotton, genetic cotton. Last, we will convert Wala into Valmiki, no problem. We will convert Demon into the gentleman, no problem. By this selection method of the big development. So, Sathiyo, Amit, now we will invite first Purnananda from Delagaon Halli, Hassan district, Karnataka. He has 5-layer system, 5-layer models. 3 models, 5-layer. First model, 36 by 36, coconut, elective eye, that means banana, local banana, papaya, butterfruit, lemon, sweet orange, drumstick, chili and ginger. In the second plot, 1 acre, mango, sapota, custard apple, turmeric. And the third plot of the 5-layer model, guava plus pomegranate plus pigeon pea and millets. He has planted last year, 1.5 year now, old plantation. I will welcome to Punananda. Please liberate your lecture. Punananda, you are welcome. Yeah. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Good evening.
So just a quick introduction to all the viewers.
Your voice.
Is it audible now?
Yeah, now.
Yeah, just a quick introduction to all the viewers. So I have taken up Subhash Palekar natural farming from 1.5 years. And my farm is in Hassan district, Karnataka. It is a 5 acre plot, and as Guruji was mentioning, we have got 5 layer system of mango and coconut and guava mainly. So within that, we have got sitapal custard apple, and we've got sapota, we've got um, citrus fruits, we've got avocado or butter fruit as they call it, and we have got again further intercrops like millets, ginger, and turmeric and chili and all that stuff. So this is the just quick introduction about our land. I was I will just spend a few minutes explaining what is the best part about this system
You
and
take a own
how.
time.
Yeah, and
You
I
take
will.
a
Yes, please. Thank you. And I will also tell you how we have adopted the system, what we have done, and how it has given us the best results so far.
Salute.
Yeah. So the best part about this system is everything is on the farm. We don't bring anything from the outside, and whatever we prepare, including Jivamrutam, we know the exact source where it is coming from. It is our own local cow, right? So we have got four Malnad Gidda local cows in our place. Although
Yeah.
we just need one for Jivamrita purpose, but we don't want to send them away. So we have got four Malnad Gidda cows, one specific Malnad Gidda bull for mating purpose. So we have got the Jivamrita system in such a way that the Jivamrita is uh, sprayed using micro sprinkler to all the plants along with water. We do give Ghana Jivamritam once a year or twice a year, depending on the cow dung production that we have. In fact, this year we can give more because we've got more cows this time. So we will start giving more Ghana Jivamritam as per the guidelines given by Guruji. So that is the Jivamritam side of it. One thing what I have observed is initially we were very low on mulching. So we had some challenges in terms of plant growth. Okay, the plant was not growing as expected, but this year we have got enough of mulching that even if there is a good heavy rain, not a single drop of water runs in our farm. Everything goes under the earth, and it is sucking like a sponge. So that is the good thing that we got from all the monocot and dicot mulching that we, apart from what we give to the cows, rest of it goes on the land straight away. So that is the good thing that we have done in our farm. So we do again in terms of pest management, we have not had any big challenges at all. In fact, and just to let you know, let everybody know, before we started Subhash Palekar natural farming on this particular land, this was a complete barren land. Okay, so people said nothing can grow here. Okay, and we have used SPNF F2 seed for papaya,
Papaya.
and we have borrowed it from another SPNF farmer in Karnataka region, and simply taken the papaya and just put them in covers and then replanted them in the field. Many people say that if you don't take like a first generation seed from the company, it will not come. I have got 300 plants. Every single plant has come beautifully. Every
Beautiful.
single plant has given
Beautiful.
average 1.5 kilo of fruit.
Yeah.
1.5 kilo fruit, and every single customer has said that. And by the way, we have our own small little network to sell this in Bengaluru, right?
Beautiful.
So whatever I produce, I have my own customers, and every single customer has said that the papaya is very beautiful, very
Beautiful.
delicious. And we used Elaki Bale, that is local banana. We used the tumors, not the tissue culture plants. And we have got an average yield of 9 kilos per bunch, 9 to 10 kilos. And as the soil fertility increases, I'm expecting more. So that is the in terms of I just started this entire discussion with the concept of yield because a lot of people still have that belief that yield will not come. So I have got the yield. I am here. I am open to my numbers are getting displayed on the screen. So I am open to discuss with any one of you in person after this session also, and any most of you are welcome to see the land also. So everything is clean and clear. So we have just tried a pachabale. Pachabale is another local variety, the G9 banana as we call it. So that has given us just with Jivamrita, nothing else. We have not even done Dashaparni, Saptadhanyankura Kashayam yet. We have not done any of those things. Just with Jivamritam, we have got 21 kilos in Pachabale. So and the fruit is very very tasty, and very surprisingly, if I keep a bunch of banana just like that at home, even after the skin will become black, almost black, but the fruit will not fall from the bunch. Automatically it stays
Yeah.
with the bunch. So that means the keeping quality of this fruit is very good. And millets again, we have got when we milled it, when we took the millet rice, we've got 65% rice to paddy ratio. So the millet, when we did the milling, we got 65% ratio. So which means all the yields that we expected in the first 1.5 years itself has given us good results. This time on the borders, we have added uh, what do you say, curry leaves and nimbu.
Hmm.
So curry leaves and nimbu is also added. Again, nimbu we took from another very famous farmer in Karnataka. His name is Rajanna. So we took his own seeds and we made our own saplings. And like Guruji said, the saplings are made with proper Jivamrutam, Bijamrutam, and all that standard procedure. And we have just transferred them about 2 months back uh, to the land. And unfortunately, there was some borewell failure in our area, and with even with that situation, the leaves of the nimbu sapling fell off, but the root was still holding on. When we gave water, it's still coming back up. So that means to say, from internal, it has become strong. So the plant is strong, and I have still not got very rarely we have used what do you say, neem astra or any such thing. I mean, we have not got into the pest management at all because the underlying root management itself is so good that we are not seeing any pest on any of our banana. No Panama wilt, no blights, no nothing, no early or late blight, nothing. So we have
No
just
bunchy
simply
top. No bunchy top. No bunchy
got,
top.
no bunchy top, no bunchy top.
Good. Good.
So
Hmm.
all the things are beautifully working for us as if it's a miracle. So that is the level of information I just wanted to share my experience on this. Another thing that gives me great satisfaction is that I have done this with 4 friends of mine who are equally interested in farming but don't have a land. So I suggest all of you to do with friends because then you can exchange ideas, do it together, learn it, and expand into more areas.
Yeah.
So what has happened is after that, a friend who was working with me has taken up similar farming in Chitradurga district. So that gives us a beautiful learning. We have even made uh, five-layer drawings and everything together, so which is good actually for us. So all that has happened with the knowledge of Guruji and with the blessings of Guruji. So that's all
Which
I
is
can
the
say.
variety of drumstick, chili, ginger?
Chili is local, Guruji, and
Look,
drumstick is PKM1.
okay.
PKM1, and we have got in PKM1, we have got less than 2 inches to 2 feet. That is about 1.9, 1.8 feet length. So less than 3 feet, less than 3 feet. Just 2 inches short of 3 feet, almost 3 feet, the fruit size.
Now tell about this butter fruit. Butter fruit. People do not
Butterfruit.
know about butter fruit.
Butter fruit is called avocado. The other day you asked me, Guruji, but I could not get the right scientific name for it. It is called
You keep in
avocado.
near the mouth.
Yeah, it is called avocado. Avacado. Avocado.
Avocado. Yeah.
Yeah.
American.
So yeah, American. Yeah. So it's a South American fruit, and it is used in making milkshakes and beauty products in beauty parlors in the cities.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
taken that as an intercrop in coconut
Hmm.
in place of coffee.
Coffee. Yeah.
So and that plant is about 1 year old now.
Hmm.
Most of the plants have reached a height of 5 feet already.
Oh,
3 to
beautiful.
4 feet minimum they've reached.
Hmm.
So usually they do not require any fertilizer generally by nature, and therefore, especially in our farming, it will easily adopt itself. Yeah, and it loves dancing shadow, but which we are unable to provide right now because my coconuts have not stood up fully. But the
Yeah.
nuge is doing that part.
You have purchased the plant of the butterfruit from nursery, or you have sown the seed?
No, Guruji, we couldn't sow the seed, but we have purchased from the nursery. But before
Okay.
doing this thing planting, we have done the bijamtam treatment.
Yeah. And which are the varieties of the mango, gava?
For mango, we have taken Ratnagiri Alfonso.
Hmm.
Again, these are nursery plants. Everything is nursery plant,
Hmm.
and we have done the bijamtam treatment before putting them in.
Hmm.
And for guava, it is Allahabad Safed.
Lobos. Yeah. And
And
wow, huh?
the
How you?
guava, the
Huh?
guava plant, the area, the land that we have put the guava in, even though it's
Huh?
all 5 acre one boundary, there
Huh?
is varying shades of color in my soil.
Yeah. Huh?
And the beauty about system is the where I have put the 1 acre guava, people said nothing can grow here. It is
Yeah.
white soil, completely white soil, mixed with sand, sand, small stones, and everything. So not a drop of water will remain there. It will just run away. So that kind of a
And
land.
which is the variety of the togri
Togri
and
I have used Bidar local from
Bidar local?
yeah, from Chandrasekhar Kadadi sir.
Turmeric.
Turmeric I have used the Sringeri variety.
Acha.
It's local to Karnataka, but Sringeri variety.
How you have planted this all 5 layer model? How you have planted the plants? What you have done
Uh,
actually?
ini- yeah, so initially we dug up the land using in a row. In a row, we dug up the land in a row where the main plants have to come. So
Yeah.
initially we planted the outer layers. Then we came to know exactly where the inner plants will come. So we have done measurements and planted each plant as per the measurement.
Yeah.
And while planting, we have given Ghana Jivamrutam at the bottom. And we have given the Bijamrutam treatment for the plants. And after planting, every 15 days, we have tried to give Jivamrutam. But to be very honest, due to my schedule and other things, I could not completely do that. But still, I have not followed every single Jivamrutam cycle, Guruji. But still, I have not got any fault in the system, any trouble in the system.
What
So
is
no
the
pest.
difference, Puna?
Huh.
What difference neighbor chemically grown orchard and our
Uh,
naturally grown orchard? What are the difference between both in the sense of the insect attack, disease attack, and production?
yeah. So neighbor has got monocrop banana,
Yeah.
Elaki banana monocrop, and they
Mhm.
are really surprised that we are doing this without any sort of fertilizer.
Yeah.
Weight wise, their bunches are growing 8 kilo,
8
and
kilo.
my branches are going 9 kilo. Sometime I have got
Oh,
12 also.
more than chemical, right?
Yeah, more than chemical. Sometime I got 12 also. To be very honest, in Elaki.
Yeah. Beautiful.
In Elaki, 12 is a very big number, and the 12 is without the center stem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only just the fingers, excluding the center stem weight. Just
Yeah.
the finger weight is 12 kilo.
Beautiful,
That
beautiful.
too in 75% ripe condition.
Yeah.
Because when the
And
banana ripens, the weight will come down.
because I know in South India, in Karnataka also, everybody is eating one banana after taking the lunch or dinner. Is correct?
Correct, Guruji. Correct, Guruji.
What is the cost of one banana of Alekki banana?
It is coming in the market. It is coming around 55 to 60 rupees. Some
Uh,
10 pieces will be there. So 5 rupees, 6 rupees,
one piece.
one piece.
One piece. Beautiful, beautiful.
So, but we are, the beauty is that we are able to sell this continuously, this Elaki banana to our customers,
Yeah.
irrespective of the market condition for 75 rupees.
And you are giving irrigation water?
Irrigation is only borewell water, Guruji.
Okay.
Micro sprinkler.
Okay.
So only
How,
micro
how,
sprinkler.
how much Jivamrutam you are giving per plant?
Just we are doing every 15 days 200 liters in 1 acre, just through the micro sprinkler only. So
Yeah.
we are not particularly counting and pouring.
Mm.
So what we are doing is Ganajivamrutam, we are giving every 6 months 5 kg, 10 kg like that. Because
Okay.
if the plant is big like a coconut, then I'll give 25 kg
Okay.
at the bottom.
Now in Karnataka, I have seen Malnad Gidda, Kasargod Gidda, Harin
Yeah,
Top, and Wayanad Gidda. So many small bits of the local cow existed in hilly area of the Karnataka.
correct.
Beautiful. And in Kerala also Vechur.
Yes.
So tell about this breed of your Malnad Gidda. What is
Okay,
the specific characters of the Malnad Gidda?
yeah. Malnad Gidda is a very short variety, as Guruji mentioned. It
Yeah,
is from Malenadu area of Karnataka, that is Shrungeri, South Karnataka, Dakshina Kannada, and all these regions.
yeah.
Um, so the beauty about this animal is even though the milk yield is very less,
Yeah.
this is the best for Jivamrutam because as Guruji always mentions in his lectures, one that yields the less, the total energy management is better in that. So that is why I chose Malnad Gidda, and it is very active. It can jump a 5 feet fence automatically.
Okay.
5 feet fence it can jump,
Okay.
and if it is not tied with a rope, we can't find it back in the this thing. So it's a very notorious animal.
And Purna, you know, the milk is very medicinal, highly
Milk
medicinal.
is very medicinal. So, but we
Very
don't
highly medicinal.
use the milk, Guruji. We give it to the calf only.
Carbon. Beautiful.
Uh, we give it to completely calf. We take only dung and urine for our purpose. And this Malnad Gidda is very active and eats very less. But if it eats every day, we are getting 4 kg dung and 4 liter urine.
Beautiful.
So everything is perfect and no diseases for this animal.
No, no.
No
Free of
diseases
medicine.
at all. And delivery of the baby calf will happen automatically, no problem at all. Even if somebody is
Yeah.
monitoring or not monitoring, automatically it will happen naturally.
Automatically. Yeah.
So we are not using any artificial insemination. We have got a bull for our cows.
Okay. Purna, now tell me, what are the another crops you are taking? Seasonal crops.
Seasonal crops we are taking alsanda,
Yeah.
and we are taking this time in winter we are going to plant this chickpea or kadlekalu as we call it in Kannada.
Kadle, kadle. Yeah, kadle.
So we put the kadle and we put the avare, which is again winter season,
Right. Masdam.
and yeah, and along with that we will get some vegetables also. All
Vegetables.
these seasonal vegetables.
Yeah. And Jora,
Jola, yeah.
Mekejola.
So Mekkejola we take as an intercrop after the kadle in the next season. So we take
And Godi,
Mekkejola, we take Alsanda, we take
Godi,
Godi.
Godi,
No, Godi we don't take. Wheat we don't take because there are no wheat mills here. So we
Sajje,
cannot. Sajay we don't do. Ragi we do.
Ragi. Okay, Ragi.
Ragi is another staple crop we do, and we do small little sprinkler rice in for our own home purpose.
I know
Rice
Ragi
we
Mudde.
take.
Ragi Mudde. Ragi Mudde. Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
do.
So we do grow one local variety of rice called Rajamudi, which was used by
Rajamudi.
the Rajamudi was used by the kings of Mysore,
Okay.
and they have and we grow this in a sprinkler water, not standing water.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have got some not so successful results in the last time, but I'm sure I have made corrections. This time we'll get better results. Only by giving sprinkler water,
Yeah.
not standing
Only
water.
only ragi finger millet you are taking in
Ah,
millets.
no, we are taking Navane and Arka also.
Huh?
Navane and Arka, that is foxtail and kodo.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So three types of millets we are taking: finger millet,
Finger,
kodo millet, and brown top. Sorry,
don't.
foxtail.
Huh?
Foxtail,
Okay.
Navane.
Okay. Okay. Barnyard millet and brown top millet is having maximum quantity of the fiber.
Yeah.
So barnyard millet and brown top millet we have to grow next year. It is very
Okay,
essential.
Guruji. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, Punananda. You have given the best information and you have given the state guideline to the new youth generation that you have to establish your best 5 year model and so that you can get same salary in your home which are getting in Bangalore, Hyderabad and Mumbai. Thank you very
Hopefully.
much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Guruji, for giving me an opportunity.
Now I will invite S. Ganpati Selvan. He's from Tamil Nadu, district Kanchipuram, and a best collection of the paddy. He collected 90 local variety of the paddy, 90. And he is also as a best eco-friendly houses he built up, and he is a best collector of the local seed. And I think that it is enough for him, and he has local cows also. So, Selvanji, you are welcome, and you start.
Namaste, Guruji. Namaste.
Yeah,
Namaste, Guruji. Thanks for giving
no.
this opportunity to me, and thanks for the recognition given to me. Actually, a little uh, just a tension, little tension.
Yeah.
Now I started actually first started actually from 2010.
Yeah.
Natural farming.
Yeah.
From the local magazines, I saw your interviews
Pasumai
and your articles.
Vikatan?
Yes, Pasumai Vigadan. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And actually, it's developed me step by step. Still, I'm collecting from 2009 to here that book.
Yeah.
And follow you for a long time. And I started from a single variety of paddy, which is Arodam Kurvai, which is a very low days. Only it grows well in only 60 to 70 days.
Okay.
Yes, it's a local variety. It's a great opportunity given by my father. Actually, he is doing chemical farming at that time. Lack of seed saplings. I got the seeds and started this paddy from 5 cents. Now he leave chemical farming and I am doing 5 acres of natural farming by the method of you. In summer, I tie the cows in land. And I am doing only crop in winter now, from Audi season here. In this Audi season, rain grows, rain and cow plus Jivamridam only I am giving. Paddies grows well. Uh, uh, the paddy is the only variety I'm doing. Local variety Arcot Kichli I'm doing for uh, for selling, and I'm doing seed collection for 5 years, last 5 years.
Yeah.
This crops grows well. Um, Compared to hybrid varieties, these traditional varieties are totally different. They tolerant to rain and
Yeah.
flood, even heavy sun, dry, and also pests, insects, anything, fungal diseases. Nothing is coming on my field. In 2015, there is a flood is there. Yeah, paddy is flooded. Total in my area, total hybrids is are planted at the time. Only I harvested after flood, the traditional
Yeah.
variety. Uh,
क्या बात है हाँ
Other all germinated
हाँ
and wasted. After that, 2016, yeah, yeah, there is nothing in rain on that season. Only one rain is there. I harvested on the time also. Hello.
yeah
And then 2017, there is a grasshopper attack in my area totally.
hmm.
It's on the time I harvested successfully. This three incidents um, shows how hybrid varieties are not good than traditional.
Yeah.
And then traditional paddy is more nutrient value than
Yeah.
hybrid. So I prefer traditional paddy. By the method, because of the cows, um, I use Jivamardam only.
Yeah.
Even if the crops looks dull, I make the Jivamardam and give. Otherwise, Jivamardam also not needed now. The field, the field is totally turned. So uh, Jivamardam is the only way. Nothing I sprayed pesticide, weedicide
Yeah.
in Agniastram, anything.
Nothing.
Agniastram also I have not used it even now. This is
Not
because of
necessary. Not necessary at all. Yeah.
Yes. Because of the traditional variety, Guruji. Traditional variety is the only way to farmers make wealth.
You have collected 90 varieties, 90 varieties of the local paddy.
Uh,
How many
uh,
scented varieties and what are the durations, variable durations of the variable varieties?
um, Actually, I collected local Tamil Nadu varieties first 50.
Hmm.
Then friends circle now started local culture to maintain local cows, traditional building, traditional
Yeah.
paddy seeds. Friends also started supporting now. Started a local foundation here, Tondai
Hmm.
Mandalam Foundation. Uh,
Hmm.
these people helping local people to give traditional seeds
Yeah.
and also traditional cattle, supporting starters supporting now. I am also involving in it. Uh, uh, and the collections are mostly in uh, there are different types of paddies are there.
Yeah.
Even brown color to black, red, different varieties. I
Yeah.
use I follow to maintain without off time. I harvest pure panel from the traditional seed every year. After that, I am giving a little amount to farmers too, nearby farmers. They also started sometimes their needs. That's all, Guruji. Anything you ask, anything I will answer easily.
Now tell me duration of the 90 days, 60 days, 70 days, 90 days, 120 days, 135 days, 150 days, 165 days, 180 days, variable duration of the variety. What is the
Yes,
very variety of the durations in 90
yes.
varieties? You
Actually, these are all planned by flowering stage. Different days of flowering paddies are there. So I plant that by map and collected the seedlings there.
But how many varieties you have having the duration of 60, 70 days?
60 to 70 only one I have.
One variety. 90
One
days.
variety. 90 to
90.
100 nearby 6 or 7 I think.
Okay. 120 days.
Most of the varieties are 135 days, Guruji.
135 days. Yeah.
135 days, and after that 145 nearby 115 varieties, and 180 days also is there. Few crops.
Which are the 180 days variety? Which specific variety name?
Its name is Katiyanam.
Katiyanam.
It grows nearby 8 feet. Which is very tolerant to rain flood also. After flood, you can harvest easily by the crop.
Okay. 8 feet distance, 8 feet height.
8 feet height.
Oh, tall.
Panic yield is also it's good than other varieties, but the rice is a little bit bigger than other rice.
Yeah, it is a coast.
And also, yes.
Color of the rice, brownish.
Color of the reddish brown actually. Brown variety, Guruji.
How many scented varieties you have?
Center variety, aromatic only few varieties I have. Kala Namak, Ilipappu Sabha, like that. These varieties are black in the kernel is white.
Yeah.
But the paddy color is black.
And Navara?
Navara, I also having Navara.
Navara. Okay.
Navara, which is a Kerala variety, I think. It grows well, and black color paddy, red color rice.
Red color rice, right?
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah. Now tell me, how you collect the varieties from all species? You go to the and you get the information. You go there. What is your method of the collection?
Actually, I started Arudam Kurvai. I already told, but missed the content, which is very favorite for weaver bats. They started eating the paddy very well.
Yeah.
After that, I got a good yield. After that, after bats eating, I got a good yield on that. And which is grows very low days, 60 to 70 in my field. 70 days I harvested.
Okay.
Which makes very impress than hybrid seed for me.
Yeah.
And also Katiyanam same time I sowed, but it comes after 200 days I harvested after flood.
Oh, yeah.
One harvested in 70 days and another one is in 200 days.
Oh, beautiful.
One is in 3.5, 3 feet, I think, 3 feet, and another one is in 8 feet height. So it make interest and starter collection. And
What is the taste? What is the taste of this 8 feet height paddy rice? What is the taste?
taste actually I
Something wrong, Selvan. You are. Selvan, you are not connecting now. Something disturbances there. The network problem, Selvan? There is a network problem. So, okay, Selvan, thank you very much. And now, beautiful information you have given. 90 varieties have collected, and so many collectors we have under Subhash Palekar Natural Farming Movement. One by one, they will come and they will give the information. We can demand the seeds also. And Punananda, you have seen a beautiful models he has established. So we will stop now today and we'll resume next Sunday evening 5:30. Thank you very much.